Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with a side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So I felt like it was a good time to make another update. I did one at about 10:30 and said, hey, Bitcoin, watch it. It was only down like 500 or 600, but I said we're getting to that trend of the right shoulder once it breaks down. And guys, this could be the breakdown we're starting to look for. It's going to do something like this. And I just was on the phone with my cousin not too long ago and said it would, it could break down to 52,500 before you know it. And like while we were on the phone, it went from 54,280. And then I'm like, hey, cousin, it just dropped 1,000 in like the last 8 minutes, because it's got no structure. Look how defined the structure on the left side was, which means this side's going to come down faster. There was no structure here now, which would lead me to believe that we would have something like this on the way down, but now we're getting what we're looking for. Now people are starting to panic. Now my predictions aren't starting to look so outside, like it's not going to happen. I told you earlier when Doge was at 31 cents, it's at the top of that pattern as well. This could be a significant drop for everything, and we're just looking for sub-dollar XRP. We're looking real smart right now if we're not buying into XRP when it was at $1.46. Sam, my guy. Pay yourself, buddy. Get the loot and drop it into some XRP. Don't tell you what. Oh, dude, Sam, you are the man. Yeah, I know. Those classes, dude, it's a steal. Right now, we've got 27 students now. 25 have paid right through this themselves. And then we've got 2 other students that have paid but aren't on this list because they paid on an alternate source, which is completely you're allowed. And like I tell everybody, I don't accept the payment from this processor for 30 days because I want you to be in my class, and if somebody does do a refund, I want the money to be sitting there because I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god, this guy's scamming me. So that money you see sitting there is for the paid registrations. I had to pay for a server so we could have this class. So it was a little expensive, but, based on the class registrations, I wasn't paying out. The only reason I'm paying out of pocket right now is because I haven't accepted the money. That's just that simple. That's why you see it sitting on here. But, then there's taxes and all this other crap. But anyhow, if you want to join this class before I go any farther, we've got 27 enrollees. I'm only accepting 50. Everybody's like, oh, you should just accept a bunch because then you'll make more. I'm not about the money. So I want a smaller class size. Bi-monthly, if you want to keep enrolled, you just let the monthly subscription continue. And then every month we can let more people in if we so choose. But for the, on a monthly basis, for the first 8 classes, it's only going to be 50 people max. Like I said, we're up to 27 people already. So send me an email if you want to be part of it. It's $6.66 per class. 1 hour per class. I'm not charging $50 a class. That's a big people are misconception. A big misconception because some people are new to the show and then they spread spam in my comments a few days ago and said, oh, this asshole's charging $50 for a 1 hour class. And then I got some backlash. It's like, that couldn't be farther from the truth. I'm charging less than what it would fucking cost you to what? Go drive to the grocery store and back with how much gas is now? Like, it's $6.66 roughly. That's such a steal, man. If you don't know how to read a chart and you're trying to look at the 1 minute time frame and you need, even if you don't know what software to use on your phone to do what I'm doing right here, it's worth the $6.66. I'm going to get you in the Heikinashi. I'm going to set up your candles for you. I'm going to set you up in the 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, or 1, 3, 5, 10, 30 minute, 45 minute, 60 minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 week, 2 week, and 4 week candles. We'll start out with the 1 minute. And as the class goes on, we'll move into the 3 minute and the 5 minute. And I'll show you the differences. We'll teach you the differences. Julie's going to help me with the paperwork because I wasn't expecting to get so much interest. There's not going to be paperwork to send you, but as far as keeping the class running, she's going to be kind of like my secretary. She was an office associate, office administrator after she was working with kids for like 10 years. So she was in an office running it. So she knows what she's doing. So there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm very orderly. I try to do this in a very, very, professional way. and I'm going to do my best to teach you guys. That's my common goal. Before we go any farther, I'm not a financial advisor. Should you take my advice? No. If you take my advice, I'm just some guy on YouTube. In the classes, I'm not going to tell you what to buy and sell. I'm going to teach you how to buy and sell. I'm going to teach you how to read a chart. On YouTube right here, right now, you know, you got to make an educated decision. I told you not to buy at 146. If you bought at 146 as the charts were telling you, that's your decision. But I'm just telling you that these are going exactly like we're saying. There's no reason to say, oh, this pattern isn't going to play out. It's down another, 5 cents from when I was on earlier because we were at the top. Every single prediction I'm making is coming true. Ethereum now you're seeing is under. Dogecoin is under 30 cents again. ADA is starting to come down. I got 2 new additions to our screen. Anchor and Zill. Those are 2 that I'm interested. I've been in Zill in the past. But if I can get Zill at like 13 cents, like, you know, there's going to be some of these I might, you know, if I have funds available, but I'm trying to watch the pattern. I'm going to take these off for now because it's not important to ours. Those are 2 you should keep your eye on. I keep ADA on here because I really believe ADA is going to, after it bottoms out, it's going to have a nice move up. I don't remember where it was at. Not Asia. Somewhere on the other side of the world. Damn it, I can't remember. It's somewhat of a, not a third world country, but, you know, they're not as big as the U.S. as far as financials. But they're going to adopt ADA as their currency. Like, this is stuff I'm reading, so we're going to have to pay some serious attention to ADA if we can get under $1. I'm just saying. Even if we throw 1,000 shares if we have the money. Because ADA, this country's already talking about using it as a currency. That's going to be something special then. You know, because then they're not going to be a crypto. If they've got utility as a currency, you have to seriously, on this shakeout, consider ADA. And I know a lot of you guys already know what Cardano is. And a lot of reasons I was mad at the YouTubers is they've been promoting you guys to buy it when it was at $1.60, and it was pissing me off, so I wouldn't cover it. I would just say I'm not interested at ADA at this time. It's too expensive. You can see these patterns playing out. Sure, it would have been great to be in it at 50 cents, just like XRP. But at the end of the day, the people shoveling you into XRP right now, if you're not already building a long position or planning on starting a long position and you're looking at it in the short term, they're costing you a lot of money. That's all I'm saying. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I do know how to read a chart better than 99% of people. Even these people you see on TV, even these big-time chart readers, they were all wrong. They thought Bitcoin was going to 100,000 on that last push. Told you guys, hold your horses. We're not going right to 100. I knew what Biden was doing with the capital gains before he even talked because I know how to read. I actually pay attention. And knowing how to read and sitting down and reading are 2 different things. If you're reading and you're seeing what you're looking at but it's not absorbing, well, you might as well not even be reading. It's just like in school. You're studying and you're reading, but an hour later you're like, I went 2 pages, but I can't remember a fucking thing I read because I'm not paying attention. It's the same shit. If you're not paying attention to the cycles and what Biden's already saying, well, you might not understand why Bitcoin's down $2,000 today. Told you yesterday, today was going to be a bad day for crypto. He essentially announced, well, he did announce that he's doubling the capital gains tax for anybody who has $1 million or more. So think about it. If you're a millionaire and you're in crypto and they're going to double your capital gains, you're not sitting in it. You're cashing out these at 23% instead of paying 43%, or 22% instead of paying 43%. And then you'll buy it back and let it sit for years and hope to God a Republican gets elected again, the capital gains tax goes down, and then it's no harm, no foul. But they've got to eat right now, and they've got to eat a lot because they don't know what's going to happen with capital gains in the next 5 years. So when they rebuy back in, they're going to make sure it's 30 to 50% lower. I'm just telling you how the game works. And if nobody believed me up to this point, well, now what? Every day I come on, Bitcoin's a little lower. Even when it had to blow off the top, Bitcoin just couldn't even come close. That's nowhere close to where it was at on the blow off the top. And then, to make matters worse, after another big drop from like that, it barely comes up. And then another significant drop off, doesn't even come up as high. Where's the next drop off? That's what I'm saying. We've already had 3 drops. 2 big ones, and we're on the process of a 3rd one right now. Same thing with XRP. It hasn't even come close close, guys, to the top. That's why when people are like, oh, it's about to run up, based on what? Left shoulder, head. Here we go, come down. We came up, didn't even come close. Had another drop, didn't even come close. I mean, look at the decreasing. We're on a descending pattern, and now we come up. I'm sorry, I couldn't finish it off until I moved it over, but, you know, we're not close to here. We didn't even come close. Why couldn't we push back up to $1.70? Why can't we push up to $1.50? You know, every time. And now if it pushes down again, we'll be like, why can't we push up to 90? Or we get some volume and it just goes, all right, now we finally fucking did it. It just took a while. But the volume is staggering. Look at it in the 1 minute perspective. Look at how little the volume is. It's disgusting. For this cheap XRP, it shows you right off the bat, our buys mean dick. And if investors aren't, or if the big money isn't buying it at an alarming rate, it doesn't go up. We can buy as much as we want. We don't have enough money. Even some of you guys watching me that have 6 figures, it's not enough money to move this. You can move it a few, 10, 20, 30%. But if we're talking 6, 7, 800, 1,000%, or like those 400% gains we got in 12 days, you're not getting that with this kind of a pattern. Look at the volume coming in to be sold. 409. This is in the minute now. You're not seeing any buyback pressure. We just dropped from $1.40 to $1.36. What's keeping people from buying it? There's no interest in XRP. With that capital gains tax, there's no interest in crypto right now. You've got to sell off the top, and only an idiot's going to buy it right now. Because it's obviously in a correction phase. Just like I told you guys, when I bought AAU, it was at 46 cents. I sold it at 57. And I told you guys, it looked like gold was on a double top. I've been debating with my brother for so long. It's debating what it wants to do right now. I have a stop order because I bought AAU back again when it was at 54 cents. When it came down to the bottom of the pattern. Well, this isn't AAU, but when gold came down to the bottom of the pattern. And I have a stop loss at 55 cents now. Because if it goes down, it's going to go down. This isn't just crypto. This is everything. That capital gains tax is fucking with people. The stock market's not safe. Commodities aren't safe. Unless you have physical commodities. But if it's on the stock market, well, you're still buying and trading on the market. It's just a CFD now. You know, there's some serious shit going on right now. There's a lot of shaking out going on. It'd be nice to have a portfolio when all this shit comes to an end. If you don't have a portfolio, you can't be in it. That's why sometimes the safest money is just sitting in the stable coin, like the USD or Tether, whatever is more stable. So, I'm going to end this update. You know where I stand. If you're buying right now, you better be very fucking careful. Or if you're doing the long, whatever. This is just another step in the long. It went up to $1.46, you're buying at $1.35. Then it goes down to $1.18, you buy a little bit more. Then it goes to $1, you buy a little bit more. It's a lot different than when we're cost averaging under $1 when it's this high. You know, when we were at 43 cents, I could buy 1,000 of these fuckers for $430. Now it costs me over $1,300, almost $1,400 for the same 1,000. So yeah, it changes your opinion a little bit of where we should buy and sell. And the fact we haven't had a major correction yet, which is what we're working on before the next leg up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like the people that are afraid, there's nothing wrong with having a correction. It's healthy. You want it. You need it. This wasn't the correction though. These are flash drops with no support on the way back up. I mean, you had very little volume forming the structures. And that just tells me it's a trap. When there's no volume, it leads me to believe it's a bull trap. So I'm going to end it there, guys. If you want to, sign up for the class, we got 23 spots only left out of the 50. We've only been promoting it for a few days. I'm going to cut off registration, I think, on Saturday regardless. And then after that, guys, you'll be informed in a timely manner when class is going to be starting. Because I'm going to base it on what kind of time zones I have. I'm looking at all the people's countries because we have several different countries that are already that'll be partaking. If you can't be there live, I'm going to screen record every single session. So if you're not live, I'll send it to you ASAP into your email after so you can watch it the moment you get up or the moment you get out of work or, the moment you have time away from the kids so you can be up to date. And then I'll also ask everybody on the first class you know, for a list of your cryptos. You know, we're going to have a conform list. We're not going to say, oh, we got all these fucking things. But if you've got Cardano or Digibyte or Ethereum or Bitcoin or Zill, you know, or just some of these other ones that are worth my time, we'll cover it. But if it's a shit coin, don't even waste my time. If it's one that's not a stable coin, don't waste my time, because I'll know the difference and I'll just say, hey, I'm not interested because that's going nowhere. Or if it's one that's had an ICO. If you tell me one that has an initial coin offering, I'm not covering it, because that's one that's going to get taken out, you know, in the reset. The SEC has already said as much. So I'm not interested in covering coins that had an ICO offering, because they're not going to be around long term. And I'm playing the long game after this reset. Not even after the reset, but after this little breakdown. I'm going to be in the long game before the reset. But just keep watching the charts, because Bitcoin right now, like I told my cousin, is on this like right elbow dip. So it's got to have a little bit of support here. But once it breaks down, if it does get down, guys, and this is real dangerous, so pay attention. If we break down past like 52,200, 53,000, or 52,300 area, like 52,350, if we break down below that, you're talking, it's a nice little drop of another 2,000 on Bitcoin minimum. You could possibly get at the top of the head up here at 51. I'm saying, though, if you go below 52,300, there's nothing holding it to 51,000. And then if you were to fall down below this little section, there's nothing holding it up to 46.9. Now you're talking sub-dollar XRP. Easy. Easy. So a lot of my decision right now is going in on the Bitcoin pattern. And the Bitcoin pattern is leading XRP to its pattern. So some people are saying it's not on the same pattern. Oh, it is. It's just a few hours behind. Not even a few hours, but you can see the formation. It's just a tiny bit behind. Bitcoin made that drop so far, which means XRP is trying to hold up, which means XRP is probably looking at one of these right now. You know, back down. At least under the 130. It's not going to stay above the 130 line. That's what Bitcoin's telling us right now. XRP is going to flip this from resistance to support, or support to resistance on the 130. And then, like I said, Bitcoin gets down to that level. That puts us around the 116 to 118 XRP when it's down to 51,000. And then if Bitcoin drops to the next level, that's where XRP free falls. It's got nothing in between until like 94 cents. The best you could hope for would be around the dollar area, but it wouldn't happen. It would just blow right past it. So, if you got any value, if you enjoy my updates, if you enjoy the fact that I don't do the subscriber, make you pay subscription fees, or if you like the fact that we do this free, if you like to run by the people for the people, you know, I'm something different on YouTube. I'm doing my part. I'm paying it forward. I'm giving you free information. You know, I'm not making you pay for the live streams. If you want to take the classes, obviously that's up to you if you want to learn the charting, but that's obviously a teaching scenario that has nothing to do with YouTube. It doesn't affect the YouTube. But show some support. Pay it forward. You know, haven't been getting very many donations the last few days. I'm not sure why that is, but, you know, maybe you guys hate me or whatever. But I know I'm putting out information that nobody else is giving you, and it's been accurate time after time after time. So I want to keep it free. I want to keep it donation-based. So all I'm asking you to do is pay it forward. $1 or $2 at a time. That's all you can do. That's all that I need. So again, I'm T-Speaker222, XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. Please, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel. And you know what? You guys need to hit the fucking like button. I'm tired of seeing under 100 likes. That's it. It's the only thing I'm mad about. Just hit the like button. If you're watching this video, hit the like button. And don't ask me questions that I already answered in this video, you know. If some people aren't following all the way through, that's not my problem. So again, stay blessed. And just don't overpay on this shit. Let this pattern, you know, just let it finish out.